Hello, good evening everyone. My name is Pooja Rai. I am a second year MBA student. I am going to take a small presentation on service management, service inventory management, and the subject from which this topic is chosen is service operations management. Let's begin with what is inventory management. It refers to the process of ordering, storing, and using company's inventory. This includes the management of the raw material, components, and finished good products, as well as warehousing and processing of such items. For the companies having a very complex supply chains and manufacturing process, the balancing the risk of inventory gluts and shortages is especially very difficult. So what exactly it means that company having large number of SKUs, the company is having, for example, the company like Amazon, having a huge list of SKUs which has to be supplied to the customer. So balancing the inventory or managing the inventory of those huge list of SKUs is really very difficult for those companies. So it is not that easy that you sit and review the items and you get the inventory management done. To achieve these balances, the firm have developed two major methods of inventory management called as JIT and MRP. So JIT means it is just in time method and MRP means materials requirement planning. Okay. So let's begin with the actual topic for the day, that is service inventory management. Service product can be viewed as a bundle of goods and services. Okay, so inventory plays a very important role in services. Most of the services take goods or material as an input, like food joints, maintenance, and repair provide service bundle. It's a bundle of goods and services, as in if you order something from Amazon, for example, or Myntra, for example, and the person comes to deliver the product to your place. So it's a bundle of goods and services. You get some product which you have ordered, and the service means the person come all the way from warehouse or from the courier services to deliver it to your doorstep. So it's a bundle of goods and services. All right. So in manufacturing sector, we talk about the production and customer. In manufacturing sector, we call it as a production and the customer. In service we call it as an interaction between the customer and the customer service. Okay, so providing inadequate service or the unavailability of the services may result in loss of the customer. We may lose the customer in the loss of the customer, and if you are not able to provide the adequate services at the time when it is required to the customer, you may lose the customer forever. So in services, there is no option of back ordering. Okay, so there is always a risk of losing the customer to the competitor. Competitor is already sitting in the market to grab your customer. If you do a single mistake and you are not able to convince, you are not able to make the customers happy, and if you are not up to the mark, then definitely they'll opt for the competitors. Okay, opt competitors, and they'll move ahead with that option. I'll move this to this direction. Now let's discuss the types of inventory in services. There are two types of service inventory, that is called as a facilitating goods and the work storage based on information. All right, so let's discuss using this table. Here we have here in green color, as you can see in the slide, that is green color. One table says that service organization and the other one says that the facilitating goods. As in, if the service organization is a retailer, all right, then what will be the facilitating good? That will be the consumer goods. The best example I'll take to explain is airline services. You are using a service called as airline services, and when you go into the flight, you get, when people come, the air hostesses, they come to serve the foods and beverages to you in the flight. So it's a combination of both the things. You are using a airline services. It's a service, but the facilitating goods which you are getting is food and beverages over there. So this is a combination of both. All right. In the same way, we can take an example of restaurant as well. Here you get the prepared or ready fast food to eat immediately. All right. So it's a restaurant, it's a type of service, and the facilitating goods which you get is the prepared food. All right. So next is service organization. Again, I'm going to take the example of work storage based on the information. So service organization says that the retail estate, okay, real estate, and the work storage example will be legal documents. So in this, what the best example to explain is that when you go to a real estate or when you go to a hospital, one of the best examples is hospital, you see that various forms related to different departments like operations, then admission, then you're going to some other ICUs and all, whatever different type of operations takes place. For that, all the different forms and formalities are ready in the system. So that is the meaning of work storage based on the information. So when it comes to a real estate, legal documents are ready. When it go to a publisher, books and magazines are ready. When you are consulting, forms and reports are ready. So this is the meaning of work storage based on information. All right. Now let's see what are the forms of service inventory. So we can see same input and the output will also remains the same. So it is called as the same form of input output service inventory. The examples are PVR cinemas. When the input will be ticket, output will be the ticket. Okay, and the type of service industry will be information based. As I have discussed, it can be facilitating goods, it can be information based. All right. So when you go to a bank, you want to deposit a cash, you will get as a cash as a output. So and the type of the service inventory, that will be facilitating goods. All right. The other example is real estate, as you can see in the slides. That is a real estate, input is real estate, output is real estate, and the type of service inventory is facilitating goods. All right. So there are different forms of input and output of the service inventory as well. So when you go to a restaurant, here the input and output doesn't remain the same. So input is the raw food and output will be the cooked food. All right. Newspaper, ink and paper will be the input and output will be the newspaper. So and the type of industry, type of service inventory will be, in case of restaurant, it will be a facilitating good. In case of newspaper, it will be information based. All right. So now the topic is, what is the difference between managing inventory in service sector and manufacturing sector? So now let's see. I'll just zoom it for you so that we can read it properly. Yeah. So inventory in manufacturing organizations and inventory in service organizations. After the product is ready, the good customer can use the product. All right. So here in this case, I'll just read it out for you first. The service inventory is used on the customer directly during the production of the services. That is called as a service encounter. Here the customer can use the product once it is ready to use it. Okay. In service, it can be used in the production process only. All right. In situations of running out of the inventory, the risk of losing the customer is lower than the service organization. Back orders are possible, definitely. So due to unavailability of the facility, goods or material, the service organization may lose the customer forever. All right. So here, for example, I'll take an example. In case of if I have got an order of Ethafoam, for example, one of the items of my company, and if I have got an order of 100 sheets, all right, and if I'm not able to make it 100, if I'm able to make it 50 for this month, and I say that my machine is under breakdown, it is under maintenance, I'm not able to supply you the remaining sheets this month, so I can keep it as a back order, definitely, and the customer is not going to run away from me from listing all these things. He will wait for the next month, definitely. All right, so you can keep it as a back order and you can supply the remaining item to the customer in the next month. But in case of services, it is not possible. Once you say that I am not able to provide you this service, you may lose the customer forever. So there is no back ordering over here. All right, you cannot keep the orders in back order. So here inventory can be stored and can be used later. As I said, if I can make it 50 instead of 100, I can make 120 out of 120 instead of 100. So even if I supply 100 sheets of Ethafoam to my customer, 20 is still remaining with me. So I can keep it as a inventory. I'll keep it as an inventory. I can use it in the next month, or I can supply to the different customer. But in case of services, it is not possible. For example, and if I have an airline, and airline is having empty seats, then that empty seats cannot be transferred to the next flight. So that is a disadvantage of service. All right. So here it utilizes mostly machine intensive resources. Here utilizes mostly people intensive resources. All right. The number of products or the SKUs means the number of item codes to be produced by manufacturer are few hundred or thousands. And here the number of products or the SKUs which can be kept in the inventory by service organization like supermarkets or the spare parts stores can be in lakhs or millions of SKUs. All right. So there is a huge difference over here. All right. Let's move to the new one. I have got some examples of service inventory. Then let's discuss them. The registration forms at hospitals generated by the systems are automatic. All right. So as I have mentioned that information based services, here when you go to an hospital, you can see that there are different types of forms which are ready, and once you go there, they will press it to the button and the form will come. The form will be generated. It will be system generated. All right. The tools required to set up and run online auction like eBay, etc. This is also one of the examples of service inventory. And insurance sector, the life insurance agent have tools equipped with the software, that is algorithm and formula, which after entering the age of the client, the policy period requested by the client generated automatically, the sum assures and returns. All right. So when you go to a insurance company, you sit there and you say that I want to make an insurance of this amount, and my age is this. You mention the age. then once the person puts the insurance, the person sitting in front of you, he'll put that age in the system, and automatically everything, the sum assured and the returns or the benefits or the things or the number of year you will get insured, everything comes automatically. So everything is system generated. So this is also one of the examples of service inventory. So this is what I have all to say. Thank you everyone. Thank you for your time.